So about say take a decision na apekandifo ewo amanyako mienu NPP ne NDC a say omo atimi agiginam say we nu ede na ekọ obi ani asemka dede bia ani akire but NPP mu eba se yenyi panyini a ya sane tenten na ya manso na abaye ohaw na da ho tenten 2007 mo ka nipa makoma akudun so ho asem aba ba bedru ena they say sansam no eje yi kakra si ayi wo mu aba ba yasem kese ama Alan Kojo Chiramatena ne ho a honorable Kennedy Japan ede wa hyese wone NPP amanyokuo na ehwe abom nemum so one Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia e kan bom ne ho na aba ya asem no ntokwa ne munyo na MZPP for na wo se mutu mo hofo awose mo mutu mo hofo mze nte ne ne ma e grounds kakra na akoye te se video amemo abehwa na audio amo abeti akoye te se NPP for na take decision awie but decision no mo take we no aso mo suro omo take decision and on Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia aba be di party nanim aso mo say suro say omo de be go 2024 elections agoshia former President John Dramani Mahama on the ticket of the NDC because research be about Bontin said there is no way Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia betimi avankishi over former President John Dramani Mahama. Nanu achire no enkabo mu a Dr. Bawumia ene honorable Kennedy Japan nipa bi prape no yesi ntokwa no otan esa wo mne nsam asore no NPP there maso odin mo de odo ne nkabo mu betana na ma solve problem we ansa na 2024 ya wura mu no so mo hu de amoye eno ye nsam nkrofo kan onyame nkrofo futuo a mo de ma no tie video we na nipa bi omu free Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia kam ne boys ni bi akasa na say tie info we so we did not the Alexis. This is the Godson TV Global.
Me okano. Me yanti wokwa o. And before say ye be start elections kra no. As far back as last year kra no. Na ye kra NDC researcher South Africa for any UK for ebeyema omo projecting Yera John Dramani Mahama versus Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Yera John Dramani Mahama versus Elijah Martin. Kennedy Japan didn't come in. So we near no one John Mahama e see near be kwasai. So we win no one John Mahama the see near be kwasai. Ain't na go ekra free tete anya ne
no
every of such polls put John Mahama ahead. But Mahmoud Bawumia permutation was very close.
Okay.
So one
crowd waka add even internationally recognized bodies grab and put John Dramani Mahama ahead of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Let the info analysis for Kano. And just for so be anyhow. Me follow pa.
Me chira say.
Yeah.
We ya wodi aba say ni san komo we say na ekoso say no. Yes you cry nima bebre.
Etimunim.
Ya we tre. Oh.
O da me so say munim. Mo ya we. Mitio.
Yes we know.
Yes.
And yes say nima ba.
Oh okay.
Yanunti obia no ye MPP ni no ye privy to that poll bia no. Rooted from Mahmoud Bawumia. Because for the other candidate, I don't want to mention them. The gap will be huge. Now, Obia no Obia say Mahmoud Bawumia Emman to say a certain Waba. Offer constituencies, oh yes, online polls. Grammy names and maybe offer constituencies now. Now everywhere I go, I'll mention such a front place because of my special interest with Georgia Com. New candidate, fresh blood, who has moved in there. What the DCE or beating former constituency chairman, who was also former youth organizer or beating. Watch the impact of that one on the elections. It was such a front place come election 2024. It is a man for Bishas so almost there.
Are you telling me, sir, by virtue of say we BT DCE, who is a party member, and that's what we need
ask yourself and find out the variables.
It means, sir, Obetimia Winnie such a front play for the first time since 2012. You create a constituency.
It is possible.
Oh, I see.
If we say we share euphoria, one delegates no, a picking it up, a brad delegates ni our candidate na.
But those were MPP guys.
David. Me say, it nepa almost from one delegates.
But then MPP ni be an delegate.
Euphoria almost the dear brad channel. It tells you say, it jabi di actually. Me say, I'm on for no one So let us be very, very careful. Now, me base na me NDC for anyone yet aligned to NDC. No one kasa, no more peje omo bati, no more ni agisi ya. Na me so many agi. If it's a dear your friends trimu there. Wo akwada na money trimu ye ni de bebre ya. Who free wa? Ana bo sakra no bebre.
They say ha no hwana ni tumi ni de.
Anya ha ne ka say ye
NDC phone ti omo da.
Anya ebi huri info analytics online polls wo dia beto ya wo kan ya
NDC phone ka so
botre me no mo na eco platforms all the time. It looks as if election 2024 man win away, but let us watch.
Mo prime minister mo koye, presidential prime minister mo koye no.
Yes.
Who is that to kwade tunjai? Between
Smart Gan Update,
Kennedy Japan and Dr. Bawumia. Who is that to try?
Minim so ma come myself.
Dabi.
Oh, I see.
People within the camp of Dr. Bawumia are still, most of them are still in loggerheads with people within the camp of Kennedy Japan.
Wow.
It is a washer. When the workers for the two form, a free down to abandon till now. Any member of Kennedy Japan campaign team member.
87.9.
And now Wakasama MPP da. It is because almost every measure own goes. They have not concluded in whatever discussion.
But David, they're okay. Actually, I'm going to say,
yes.
TikTok. TikTok.
Yeah.
And run a journal. In fact, me normally. Me kofi anadwo na me hwe me pay information ti anadwo no unse nkofo adan ye ne na just say nya konkonsamba
sure
na TikTok na ase minise na deliberate o ken ho asem nkwa baby be flip ya ko bia na say campaign bi.
So the question is, why is Kennedy still trending?
That is the word.
Why is it still trending? The reason why Jamaica said the way that I said Omo supporting genuinely. Some of them Omo supporting Kennedy during the campaign. And then you see, we not supporting Kennedy. Radio station we not supporting Kennedy. Dr. Bawumia we trying to dimu and they feel the list mu. If I need
I see.
Some personalities, individuals are no more within the core campaign team of the other opponents. They still see themselves as enemies.
Oh.
Now, only that kind of an enemy. That is the most dangerous enemy, sir, you can ever have. Me no best require.
You know require.
But pass no be dia gropa de la lie. It's on the face of the people of one mu there. But within that dream mu there. Aha. And but you see, one of the 48 laws of powers, Ebeka to play. Say, open to me, men found what that for bebre, try to use your enemies. Try to use your enemies. Try to use your enemies because what for your desire they are. Open us. It's your year, obedient whom you. But those people are the most dangerous people. And that is what is currently happening within the NPP. Nobody is willing to say this because of you say, all is well. And then Some pray some pay for the person what the other motor ye war a cophobia as a cartel be about the young Quindi Quasan in your favor. And dear, number one, it is almost everywhere, every institution in Ghana. In fact, I don't know if we are seeing that, but in Ghana, they say it is almost everywhere. It is now catch me say per post or whatever it is,
info
analysis for post or body other post or body now say and this Lydia, I personally would not be surprised because the NPP themselves have not demonstrated well enough to me. It is as it stands now. Kennedy team they are still on standby. The Kennedy Baker. Alan Kojo Chirabate, whether you like it or not, would take away about 5 or 10% vote from the NPP. NDC, as it stands now, has nothing to lose because Omuni they compete. But NPP is competing among themselves. Now Dr. Bawumia team, as he said, we need the flag bearership, is competing with Kennedy Japan and at the same time Afafranto. Let's just assume Afafranto will get 1%. Kennedy on co-elections but also okay, on no crowd for the whole crowd campaign, on no crowd on Kasa. He has his clout.
Yeah.
Or when they call for me, appealing to them directly. Believe it or not, in Ashanti region there will be surprises. About 2024 about to believe it or not, there will be surprises. But in Kakatwa say LPP met me and your seat back could be from the NDC camp, but they will sacrifice one of their biggest seats in Ashanti region, and it will be a shock. It will be a blow to them. Say Yempio, what is happening underground? No matter what you see, because you have research about it, and yet you have my yeke. It's Opa GD, Opa Me GD. But the reality will be unfolded someday. What's in your Kofuaka or former grounds? And Yaba Dr. Bawumia. What's in your Kofuaka grounds? And Yaba Dr. Bawumia. In as much as say NPP for that the Kofa Dr. Bawumia by as a flag bearer, grounds and Shada Yaba Dr. Bawumia. Because they have not communicated well enough to the people. Irrespective of why you need now. They have not communicated well to the people, and the understanding is not well. It hasn't gone down well to the people. And you see, the NDC, the MPP stand in the air. Yeah, sheko to what tie. Near Quatina office, no. Almost I don't know MPP for target yomo. The NDC will also target the so-called the ordinary Ghanaians. The truck pushers, the Kayayes, the what have you. I mean, the NDC will target those people. And sadly, and one of the issues are NPP, someone tackled in Tema, it will be another blow for them. Here, Ujai, Dr. Bawumia on any day. Say, Oko campaign platforms, no campaign here. Obenyan Kofomo, Obe appeal to Obo. Ujai John Dramani Mahama. Say on any day, Oko campaign platform, no campaign here, he will get people to appeal to them. But the reality is, the number who weigh the option between the two are where they are better. It makes me to Dr. Bawumia, but there is a conflict, a serious conflict. A hidden conflict. Me a few words that person me use. A cold war, let me put it that way. A cold war among the NPP themselves. Emwache, Opa GD, Opa Me GD, because that is the reality. Yeah, they don't do kasa. They know, they understand it better. And only when they come as a high NPP. In Ashanti region, how many MPs almost about 4 or 5 of them?
Napo
Onkobie.
Bekwai.
Joe Wise.
Oseche Mensa Bonsu. Adabo.
Yes, that is 4. Oforikru 5. It's just, let's assume say 5 need 9 Onkobie. Share Mensa Bonsu. He is one of the senior most members of politicians in parliament.
What parliament since 96?
96. Almost 28 years. Next year, but 28 years.
Yes.
He's the majority leader. He will have no influence again. What I say?
Yeah.
Napo, the energy minister, the third term, the Anabua. I think the third term,
for fourth term.
Very well. Also, so Uncle Bieboa, the influence I see from there. So Parliament, I think they're survival of the. I will hold more within the hold of na. It's in your moye yo, your one yo, your call by yo, said the quiet day yo. I feel na omu inaba best struggle. There will be a new face. Parliament. It's numbers no head there so better. The wind of change has started so able, but you see, MPP they are also not doing things right. The question is, where are their communicators of Mukasa by NPP? What are they selling? And they're motor. Are they waiting for the 24th hour? Are they waiting for the last minute? I said about starting some motor on the whether you like it or not, election year started from this year. That is 2023. Started from this year. Next year there will not be any serious business than politics. And that serious business na enkoso. Afraid na akwa koton dem awo. Now mind you say any abemi obeye obetraso beye any project beer within that election year. The sábà no be fail. Obelusu, you know why? Kofon beka say the omadwe e di agro. Aden wa ye na enra. Na obeye na ende. Especially when I didn't see what na. So the simple question is, are there now so if the NPP your margin some person breaking the 8 into send your work now. And the marketing kitty at the time the NDC were losing the elections, we had babies with sharp teeth, Jenya Homaswa Kasabi, you know. We can just mention some few names. Omo kasa Ghana of war. It's as if say the Ghana here will amomo. They saw their smoothness level. Omo hunu say Ghana for the kasa here. And yes, some Swahili your friend say Somalia for the kasa. Who say Ghana for the kasa here. And a similar thing is happening within the NPP. A similar thing is happening within the NPP. And that is also a dangerous burden. Say from this time, someone started correcting those in the marketing, kitchen. That they will sell Dr. Bawumia, who is a fine gentleman, who is very but ultimately yes, salable. Nobody will buy him on the market. It doesn't mean that he's not going to get any vote. Obenya the vote in Obenya, but end do vote Obenya with the elections. Yaka, a lot of factors will come to play. A lot of factors will come to play. I know the next time we will have time and talk about those factors. But the approach that you see about better say 24-hour economy and digitalization or digitization. But that is not the mode of contention. 24-hour economy. Why even the NDC, some of the NDC members of Commonwealth, some of them, they don't even know how to explain this whole concept, this whole ideology. Most of them, the same way, and about the digitization, that most of the NPP people do not even understand how they approach wrong. They don't even know how they are going to talk about it. It is one person who train you, appealing to the conscience of the people. You look for people who are more knowledgeable in and expert in what they are going to talk about, not just anybody on the street. And I say anybody within the party. They can say, oh, when you have an expert on that, say, oh yeah, work with school. I mean, why communication for a very long time? Work with school now. Work with communication now. You will know how to communicate better than Obi science. Obi a doctor.
Oh yeah.
And ya kasa ne kasa o. Eye kasa ne do bi a watumi aka asem no wakyerekye nyama atro bi ma na ti ase yie.
Yes.
Amani pakoda sesa na adwen dia free ade okwakoye.
Bia no wo no aba wo.
Exactly.
Abedo wo de no.
Is it what is happening within the NPP? Is that the question? Is it what is happening within the NPP? And the most unfortunate aspect of it all, Oba Shanti Regional, most of the members of parliament now are promoted. For now, they don't care about Dr. Bawumia.
Yeah.
They don't care about the party itself.
Or primaries.
Yes, or primaries. So, my pretty. Until Okwa. And it is one of the reasons why our party directors at the buy.
Yes. So behind your campaign.
So now can come this
yeah.
Now can you not even see even 2/3 of members of parliament or move free MPP so make parliament.
Oh na say na omo be pass bill ya. Omo approve budget ya na akoye a friend say na MPs ni be in parliament.
Exactly.
Oh they say.
Enti you no be any say obe predicti because we did one work kakra bia even though obetimi awini or winning primaries and they automatically will win as a member of parliament. Yeah. But and most of them will have a very heavy contest. They are going to get a very heavy contest and a very serious contest. It is a minister. That's a double as a member of parliament. You should be prepared enough. Say some person retain you sits in there, then you need to prepare yourself well enough before somebody to be here. Here is one case, Bantima's a case study. Bantima, Minister of Works and Housing.
Works and Housing.
Or double as a member of parliament. Oh,
Bantima constituency as Subuachi. Bantima and Subuachi.
Now look at the records within Bantima. The only person that want to me call 2 terms. Why? Yes, it's Liabnadapa.
This is Liabnadapa.
Yeah, Dr. Anani Frimwa. Since Liabnadapa want to me call 8 terms. Obama can in 1 term, 1 term,
1.
What were the circumstances surrounding the 1 term, 1 term? At the time, I'm not Chema Kokofu, a member of parliament. The late Ochema Bwaje in the Boga said, "Betuno." Oh, just the Boga says, "I know, but not I see one go."
Oh, yeah.
And forwarding that this the level of education maybe all Kokusu at the Drew. Dabi, I know that was not the issue. That was not what Bantima people were talking about.
Yeah.
Or the Boga said, "Betuno." Oko 1 term. Share the late Ochema Bwaje did quite well.
Yes.
Ewo Bantima. O compare the Ochema Bwaje to the Aseso Bwache na Ochema Bwaje should have been in parliament by now.
Yeah.
But look at the circumstances surrounding time Obabe 2 Ochema Bwaje. Aseso Bwache Obabe 2 Ochema Bwaje.
Tempa cho nyina.
Aha. Or the deputy chief of staff was and then be 2 no. Now look at what is happening there with Bantima. You could see the wind of change. It's in your man you saw your crown or yeah. And so the electorate will start asking you questions. Say, "Are there 9 years and run because we are getting close to elections." I spoke with one politician. In fact, on this show, and there no pa. BBC was Suta Kwabai. There,
Isha constituency.
BBC, I think the toilet was BBC and not assay.
Okay.
It will not cost anything much. So I spoke to one politician and said, "Charlie, no Kwabri. No Kwabri. Yes.
Okay. Kwabri,
yes. Yes, Kwabri, yes.
Okay.
Now I catch a politician and say, "Look, if you want open to me class, how much is this thing?" Off air. What must I catch them? Say me yen sisi amaona. I bet on the dua. It's been quite easy. I may chamber about what time I saw.
I fresh.
Yes, fresh in their minds.
Or the campaign.
I said, okay. The same thing as you were a pray. Similar thing as you were a pray.
Yeah.
It was an on-air discussion. Then I followed it up off-air discussion. And it was a similar explanation. It is deliberately, no, the politician will look at you and see, say, "Look, me shame wa break a crack." Na me baba bua rose ba man na kabe who still na o break. And gradually this narrative has started with the minds of the people, especially more better aba.
Yeah.
It's the delegates in the obetumi akoto omaba. But no bat before make catch yourself na makoto omaba ba be yi nipa crusade. Yes, on the one hand we say we will see who has the majority. No doubt, NPP in this region is becoming unpopular. Believe it or not, in their own region, in their own stronghold, they are becoming unpopular. Whoever will tell you say NPP is popular in the Ashanti region, it is just by word of mouth. And but if you go down to the people, now starting your survey, a lot of people are telling you that they are not going to vote. And when the other party started setting in, it will not set in favor of the NDC, it will set in favor of the NPP. It will set in against the NPP because the NPP is not going to get enough vote as against the NDC. NDC the only day. Share NDC ni asema wo and your more about to but NPP ni NPP asema of Ankoto aba. Unim sa. Say NDC ni asema and for who between na bomu and no makoto aba. Just to win power. But NPP ni asema e beg things NPP ni makoto aba. ABS pay 2012 and of course 2008 and we saw it was so clear, and that is a similar thing at Ebabesi 2024. The NPP should set up if they want to win power. But the truth is that opasem there tia ubenya there tia opasema the bitter truth tia you get it still na beti. That is if only you would want to work on what you want to do.
Business out the floor and sign a parliament as Tia Juma. Now, or Kasembi, NPP running mate, no, and then no related. What you say? What you are to so? Okay, eti or the tusu we are na ya kind of amawo. Or the for full ways in the tuso. Na you me the free so. Ti mama, or say chairman sabos there now. Was it Dr. Bawumia doesn't need a hot-headed and arrogant person as running mate? And Tokwa as senior Sam Ketua. Not ye. Mama fella. Minya fella na time with Tinoma Trafella and so. I never cheer me go weekend, but not the NATO. Before I say Chairman Sabus Babaka Sassam, we say no. Would him say the energy minister, Dr. Matopoku Prempe, Manchia South, Onoyem Rashibedwani. One now to say Uncle BM as member of parliament. 2. And chair less than a month in year. And you who say Dr. Matopoku Prempe, Wakwakwa Koyo Babi Wadi. And all this one, no, now your name set Papano would need it. Pictures no appear by Bontis A. Ada yere na dinkomo se running mate de bema no na yese papa no efra himfie etifie fo so epushi se fami na nan no oni wachi boy no ansis ampopa ampaboa ho kakra what you say na tie ade na ya tene ade na ya tene enro asoso papa yo ka se ne papa se obi bobra na se obi antimi anhwe wani mu anka no kra nkyere wa Mustafa Hamid no Mustafa Hamid say on na pone adwuma oh okay enti the boss no Mustafa Hamid e bake ayi candidature say ono no be that running mate no and the boss no MPA enti petroleum ayi authority wo no e hye na se enti no onim na oje fia ade no ebetene na on etie nie that group na woma capture MPP no nimom dada nya fe no bom din woma transfer hunu se Dr. Matopoku Prempe e wom se ye boy no tie me ye pa e wom se ye boy eno no but oma sa adwenade no humienu wonum se Peter Mewu was the first Lands and Natural Resources Minister under President Akufo-Addo and son of the Energy Ministry on and who became the establishment, and Nipa. But it got to a point when we need one second term, besides our datina, Amewu, the Unifree Energy, and in the core railway. No, we said, Trey Crana, Amewu Fabi Macrom, and to be Fabi Macroma. And Peter Mewu and the establishment, one more tiado, one maso den. Now, near Tierney, one more transfer who say, Matopoku Prempe, where Homaso. I know to say, Chairman Sabos Begati interview, because Sassamani said, the NPP doesn't need a hot-headed and arrogant person as a running mate or as running mate. I mean, now, what will say? Woman nim na se sa slot no ekodi Matopoku Prempe ho no mo a ebia no wan for buan kwan command the president no or first candidate ma mekanisa we are sure you be hunu na the vice presidential candidate atam flag bearer and not to no kon ebio omatrasia consider the age of the president tieniye pa omatrasia consider the age of the president sir President Kufuor nyame atomo a 29th March 2024 no wanya 80 years extra time no obo bibia betimi asi enti Kufuor ni ho a Gabia Sorochi Dako Bumptinum any squad a wo ka establishment no no on betimi control Matthew Opoku Prampana o se do mo dwe ko no etene akwakwara ni ho no mo a Matthew Opoku Prampana being the vice presidential candidate, you know. And he almost saying a second thought about some moving on person, you know. But almost limit to Ashanti region. Almost limit to Ashanti region. Ashanti region, come on, Koso. And come on, the Koso, din and Yasam Ketua. And to say Chairman Sabosu can some way, but for Chairman Sabosu then, or Jimmy Frim, ha, name a whole shadow get for Biasa. Jimmy Frim, never say Chairman Sadian for two, no, be a him, not someone kind of down. And he said, one more bottom can send Sembi and Sembi say, ya, I am a free. And to come on, Ekoso, not here. Jammer Mrs. Cecilia Branda Pa, Unim Sanan D can listen home. Sasika na guma ameni fie no mo bi sabo sasika djuma be na kwakodi jenim sasem no court de but so far gentimi kire porte sasika na the office of the special prosecutor dom sakoto so no sasika no ma ameni sweat anani nua aya papa ne friend say kwakuna twi mi na minim I say ne nickname di kwakuna twi so maro fi papa but Kwakuna twino wuye no mufa ncheme but me nim papa ne di ni nua na yesigo wuye sika ne dia no court na timi a kire djuma de pote ne nua ne ya wonya sika na so no krase na running mate sika na ne ya park gu sadam wa na question me bisa asemiza me bisa say so no krase some man bi ena di asem ehye niam kutupa ma me nanim ngu asia na me mana April ranmate no o he bibisa o manim ngu asia na questions na me bisa na wi no ma me suppose the manager say abranda party o me na den edna to nchen no ye tie nie aya e fa na abana frame pare wo ho the chief of staff odum so akotwa nwom Chief of staff makwa kotwa nyom running mate nyom se maso bamu eye ama no so dane to kwa gidi na ofremo pare ofri Ashanti region ofi achem ene mo check mame fremo pare mo check the mame e fa na fremo pare free ano so ba ena the communications minister Eslowusu but Eslowusu de tienie Womo contracted some firm be say womo enkwa bontin say the yan musa dan kwaye no na personality e fa no Eslowusu say na Ghana force fa hunu no and womo say maame no arrogant na kwan a womo fa so duntum radio stations ne gira o gira defend the ade to the latter no ne ho ahi pa eti eno so kan bie ama ono so de no ekonkon ho ono so nya running mate no bedi Adaya Professor Nana Jeropo Kwajima Biekwam NDC for setting record since 1992 Edo Baba be running mate etene NPP man so pre Sir Professor Nana Jeropo Kwajima asset pace no NDC mudia womo so e qualify say so e form running mate eti napo enya stiff opposition I the running mate opesu odi mu komo makubia no so di mo ehu ha san command ya no den yeah san command no den o se wan ya
o ma drop classmate no
classmate ben
asa we so for me ka classmate ya
on kan ho on kan ho enti MPP na ti wono no emunyo sa memri am kwa yi o ba bi before Alan be declare no ena me ankasa me kokote baabi ena me kohwan komobi no mu jera ni meza me mi pia e wo se ne ya na me fa me ho di konipam etia no so anten koda me nya na ase de but me na mo hunu me se me na me rekro